Welcome to Journey to the Moon, where blockchain is a small step for man, a giant leap for mankind. Uber accepting Litecoin payments. Today, Uber Czech Republic technology representative told us in an interview that its drivers will be the first to accept cryptocurrency as a payment method. Uber development team has been researching the possibilities for over a year and has come with a solution. Czech Republic has been chosen as a pilot. Prague citizens also use Uber as their primary choice of taxi transport. Czech Republic also has very positive attitudes towards cryptocurrencies and established infrastructure for payments via Bitcoin and Litecoin. For that, we deployed Litecoin payment systems for drivers in Prague this summer. Other European countries will follow in Q3, Q4 2017. Are there plans to support Litecoin payments on other continents? Uber is currently going to target its crypto operations on Europe. This is a subject to change in the future. Will Bitcoin be supported too? No. Unfortunately, we do not want to clog the user application and will only support Litecoin for now. It has been selected because it supports SegWit as fast transactions with low fees, and its development team shows integrity. This is interesting that they're going with Litecoin because it supports SegWit and fast transactions, because it reminded me of this article where Bitcart ditches Bitcoin for Dash and user uptake soars. So in this article, the CEO says, from a merchant's point of view, Bitcoin is extremely problematic. Bitcoin as a method of payment on Bitcart is simply not sustainable, and it's a nightmare from a merchant's point of view. Every 20 or so transactions, the platform would stop working and we would have to reintegrate the API. Dash has meanwhile managed to keep its value in face of rising and falling altcoin markets, while Bitcoin's network worlds are compounded by an influx of new users. Since we integrated Dash 6 weeks ago, we haven't had a single problem. Dash is so easy to use from both a consumer and merchant perspective, and since we disabled Bitcoin, demand for Bitcart has gone through the roof. So I do find interesting how, well, when Uber's going to test cryptocurrencies, they're going with Litecoin and not even going to try Bitcoin. And Bitcart found that it was way easier just to stop using Bitcoin and just go with the ease of use of Dash, and haven't had any problems in 6 weeks. And it created a good user experience. So I do find that interesting. Walmart to track delivery drones with blockchain. To help its efforts towards more efficient delivery, U.S. retail giant Walmart is looking to patent a system that uses blockchain technology to track the delivery of packages by its unmanned drones. The same blockchain technology is used by cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin and Ethereum. Will they accept Bitcoin payments? So it's interesting how Walmart is experimenting with blockchain technology to help track their drones, the delivery of packages, but it hasn't officially announced that they will accept Bitcoin as payments. But what I find interesting on the larger spectrum is Uber's using or implementing cryptocurrencies, Walmart's, testing the blockchain technology, and as well as Bitcart has found success with Dash. So I do like that blockchain technologies and cryptocurrencies are being integrated and implemented in different companies. Bitstamp confirms Litecoin integration will take place in the upcoming week. So this article was written June 8th, and we could see the Litecoin on Bitstamp in a week's time. More people will be able to buy Litecoin with fiat without having to go through Bitcoin first. Now, when Litecoin first went to Coinbase, it did pump, It pumped for 2 days. I remember Litecoin was around $17, $14, and then it went to 24, and then it kind of hung around 24, 25 until the SegWit activation, which was a couple days after that. So it would be interesting to see how much Litecoin pumps, or if it pumps, when it goes to Bitstamp. Continuing with a bullish Litecoin, what is Litecoin's role if Bitcoin user-activated soft work fails? From a technological point of view, Litecoin has gained an edge over Bitcoin. Segregated witness is activated, fees remain low, and the Lightning Network is being developed for Litecoin as well. All of this should have sent the LTC value to well over $100, but that has not happened. This causes a lot of confusion among Litecoin supporters, especially when looking at how other currencies have nearly doubled in value without any major news being released. Now that Bitcoin user-activated soft work activation is coming up, speculation runs rampant once again. It remains doubtful there will be enough mining support for Bit 148. A lot of nodes and companies pledge support for this project. However, without enough mining hash rate, the chain will not advance much further. Some people feel this takeover will ultimately fail, which would create an interesting scenario. To be more precise, the scenario could see Litecoin taking over from Bitcoin in terms of market cap. While this may seem like wishful thinking, a recent comment by Luke mentioned a Bit 148 failure will result in Litecoin taking a lead over Bitcoin. This is quite a controversial statement, especially from a Bitcoin developer. It is possible Bit 148 will be turned into an altcoin with a POW chain if that is the case. Should this happen, the goal is to make the alternative Bitcoin chain succeed instead of Litecoin. A lot of contingency plan I'll put in place to think. So, as we all know, August 1st is going to be the Bit 148, the user-activated software. We'll see how that goes, but having Litecoin makes an interesting case is if BTC doesn't get SegWit, what can Litecoin do that, or what can BTC do that LTC doesn't? Well, that kind of makes an interesting argument, but we'll see. We'll see how the market reacts. We'll see how the UASF works, but as of right now, I do find interesting, again, going back to how Uber just decided to, hey, we're just gonna go with Litecoin, and when Bitcart tried it, they're like, hey, you know what? Uber just was not working. Let's just go to Dash. So when it came time for day-to-day transactions, everyday use, it seems that as it stands right now, Bitcoin cannot handle that microtransactions of purchasing a cup of coffee, getting a ride, doing a couple Bitcart transactions. So as it stands right now, something needs to be done with Bitcoin. Obviously, the user-activated software is supposed to answer that, and then go with SegWit and Lightning Network and smart contracts and blah blah blah. So it will be interesting 2 months from now to see where it's at. But for now, there is bullishness with Litecoin. It will be interesting to see if the price finally goes up. But until then, buy, sell, or hold. Let me know what you're gonna do. Until then, I'll see you at the moon.